Officer Cataneo's message to Neysa Moskowitz. A few months ago, I covered Neysa Moskowitz in 2 short videos. In the chat, it was brought up that there had been a message from Officer Cataneo, which he had expressed he would only share with the family of Stacy Moskowitz. While searching for something else, I stumbled upon this article from the New York Post. It was originally published July 3, 1999, and written by Larry Salona. The headline read, "Ex-cop tells mom Stacy felt no pain." It's a short read, so I'm just going to go ahead and recite it to you. Today, the Post concludes its look back at the summer of 1977, dramatized in Spike Lee's movie Summer of Sam, which opened yesterday. Today, the mother of a victim speaks to the cop who held the dying girl in his arms. A former Post reporter remembers the night of the arrest, and we speak to people who saw the movie. An ex-cop has at last answered a question that haunted Neysa Moskowitz for 22 years, telling her that her daughter Stacy was cradled by caring arms and didn't suffer after the son of Sam shot her. Michael Cataneo, who was first on the scene, called Neysa at her home in Miami yesterday to describe how he comforted the dying Stacy after David Berkowitz shot her on July 31, 1977. Cataneo, now 58, remember this was published in 1999, said he cradled Stacy's head in his arms and tried to take her mind off her injury by talking to her, never telling her she was shot in the head. He said she wasn't in pain, didn't suffer, and even managed to smile, and it was a pretty smile. Stacy told him about her mother, who had always worried that her daughter had been alone and in pain on that terrible night. After speaking with Cataneo, who by chance wrote the ticket that led to the son of Sam's capture, Neysa was relieved. What he said reassured me that she was not alone, she told the Post, her voice cracking. It's always bothered me that she was alone, that she suffered. I feel good to find out she wasn't alone and she didn't suffer. I can't exactly say that I'm happy, but I have contentment, which is something I never got before. I feel so good that my baby was not alone. Stacy, 20, and her boyfriend Robert Violante, also 20, were shot as they sat in a car watching the full moon over the waters of Brooklyn's Gravesend Bay. Stacy died in the hospital 39 hours later. Robert, shot in the eyes, was nearly blinded. Cataneo told Neysa he comforted Stacy while his partner Jeff Logan comforted Robert, whose face was covered in blood and who called out repeatedly for Stacy. Logan rode in the ambulance with Stacy to the hospital. "They are my heroes," Neysa said. "If I would have known back then, I would have had posters made up and placed all over the city. They are 2 great guys." Cataneo, who retired from the force in 1985 and is now a security guard, said the call to Neysa was a lot easier than I expected. She was very cordial. "I feel very good about our conversation. I think I settled her mind on a couple of things." Cataneo said he only learned about Neysa's feelings when he read about her story about Spike Lee's new movie, Summer of Sam. He and Neysa exchanged phone numbers and promised to stay in touch. So that's the article. Again, it's New York Post, and it was published July 3, 1999, and the headline reads, "Ex-cop tells mom Stacy felt no pain."